Hello and welcome back to our Lord of the Rings LCG solo progression series, and today's quest is the Battle of Lake Town, which is the second standalone scenario in the game. This quest was originally released for the Gen Con 2012 event. So a quick reminder that in this series we're playing through each quest in chronological order of the game's initial release, and we'll only be using player cards that were available at the time of this quest release. I'm calling this deck Dragon Slayers for obvious reasons. We're going to try to destroy Smaug before he can destroy Lake Town. And we are bringing out the big guns. We've got Elrond and Eowyn and Glorfindel. And this is a Vilya deck we are including for the first time in my channel of the Vilya attachment, which is Elrond's Ring of Power. It is a unique ring artifact neutral attachment, and when attached to Elrond, and this is the only character that it can be attached to, he gains a spirit resource icon. And the action on Vilya says exhaust Elrond and Vilya to reveal the top card of your deck. You can immediately play or put into play the revealed card for no cost if able. Otherwise, move the revealed card to the bottom of your deck. So let's suppose we play this in round 1, and then we take this action during planning, and the top card of our deck is Beorn, and so we can put Beorn into play for free. Now, at the cost of a exhausted Elrond. But if the card revealed is Test of Will, that can't be played because it's a response, and so it just goes to the bottom of the deck. So you have to really build your deck around Vilya's action, and honestly, Battle of Lake Town is a really hard quest. It's probably the second hardest quest after Escape from Dol Guldur in solo, and you'll lose a good bit when you play through this one. Sometimes things just come out in such a way that there's not really a chance. And I think, from what I can tell online, I think everybody has come up with this as the solution, really, to beat Battle of Lake Town. I think you pretty much have to use a Vilya deck in solo at this point in the progression. So nothing really new here. It's just this deck is my version of the Vilya deck, and I tweaked it to what seemed to help me to compensate for the different issues that the encounter deck is trying to throw at us. Well, let's get to the quest and see how we do. Let's look at our opening hand, and I like that I have Light of Valinor, but I'm going to just try to mulligan for Vilya. Let's see if we can get Vilya in our opening hand, and we did not. I have played this quest without getting Vilya into play until like round 9 and still won, so it's not the end of the world. But when I do, it's because I have Imladris Stargazer, so just drawing one card around is going to be a real problem unless we can get lucky enough to draw into a Vilya. So here is Terror from the Mountain. Then warning trumpets were suddenly sounded and echoed along the rocky shores. The cheering stopped, and the joy was quickly turned to dread. So it was that the dragon did not find them quite unprepared. The Hobbit. For setup, we shuffle all copies of Smaug into a separate Smaug deck. And so that's over here in the Encounter deck 2. There are 3 versions of Smaug, 3 copies of each. And let's see which... trying to show you the different ones. There's Smaug the Mighty, 40 engagement. Smaug the Magnificent, 30 engagement. And Smaug the Terrible. And so we'll shuffle that deck. Basically, each round, at the beginning of the quest phase, you reveal one of these, and it replaces the previous one that was in play. And there are when revealed effects on each of these Smaugs. Okay, so then we search the encounter deck for Lake Town and add it to the staging area. Here is Lake Town as an objective, and it can be damaged by encounter card effects in this quest. And the theme is just being burned. And so if Lake Town has 50 or more damage on it, Lake Town has completely burned, and the players have lost the game. So we need to keep that from happening. And now we have to reveal a card, and it is going to be Fisherman's Dock. All right. Now let's look at side B. Smaug cannot have more than 6 damage on him. We're not going to attack Smaug during stage 1, so it doesn't really matter to us, this text. But when revealed, deal 1 damage to Lake Town for each player in the game. So this is our first damage dealt to Lake Town. 1 player in the game, 1 damage. All right, so that's it for setup. Let's hope that we draw a Vilya. We did not. We will go ahead and put out Snowborn Scout, we need a chump here. Response, and by the way, we can play off-sphered allies with Elrond's resources. You may spend resources from Elrond's resource pool to pay for spirit, leadership, and tactics allies, and so we just did that. The Snowborn Scout has his response. After Snowborn Scout enters play, choose a location, place 1 progress token on it. We'll put that on Fisherman's Dock. And then we will go ahead and attach Light of Valinor to Glorfindel. And so Light of Valinor is, of course, a unique attachment that can be attached to a Noldor or Sylvan hero. And if the attached hero does not exhaust to commit to the quest, and so that means Glorfindel's forced effect is now no longer a liability. Okay, so at the beginning of questing, we have to reveal a Smaug. And we have a choice. When we take a Smaug and reveal it, we have a choice of either putting it in staging, or we can put it into play engaged with us. We want to put it into staging at this point. And it is Smaug the Terrible. When revealed, resolve all burn damage from all locations in play. So here's a burn keyword, burn 1. If there are multiple locations in play, and obviously in multiplayer this is going to be more dynamic, but burn 1 means we put 1 damage on Lake Town. And so that is the revelation effect for Smaug the Terrible. And obviously at 35 engagement, we won't have to worry. Our threat's a good bit lower. Let's quest. We have plenty of willpower here with these 3 heroes intentionally. This gets us over the hump of the first few rounds. Okay, East Pier comes out. When revealed effects cannot be canceled. And so now we have a travel opportunity. We made no progress, by the way. I didn't mention that, but our threat did not increase and we made no progress. So we can choose to either travel to East Pier or we can travel to Fisherman's Dock. One thing about the ruling on this one, this kind of surprised me. This is a travel effect. This is not a travel action. So when we want to travel to Fisherman's Dock, we would have to do this travel effect if there is 1 active location. So for instance, if this was my travel opportunity and this was already here, I could take advantage of this travel opportunity. And if there were a active location, I could exhaust Glorfindel, who is ready to travel here, and I'd have 2 active locations. But if there is not an active location, I actually can travel here without doing this travel effect. I can just straight up travel to Fisherman's Dock. So kind of surprising to me that that's the ruling, but it's what I looked up and found online because I wanted to verify that and learn something new. I love this R for East Pier. We'd rather clear this out because of the reality that we couldn't play a Test of Will, not that we have one in our hand. But let's travel to East Pier. And we are not going to optionally engage Smaug the Terrible. We'll refresh and move on to the next round. Okay, we do have a Test of Will, but we couldn't cancel anything while East Pier is in play. When revealed effects cannot be canceled. So now we just need to put Unexpected Courage onto Elrond. We have 1 copy of Unexpected Courage in the deck, and he is the recipient of that because we're going to eventually be using his Vilya action to exhaust him, and then we can ready him and throw his willpower into the mix. All right, we only need 1 chump, so I'm not going to put out Vassal of the Windlord. I just want to save my resources on Elrond anyway. So we're going to reveal a Smaug at the beginning of the quest phase, and I can put it into play engage with me or in staging. Now when I reveal this Smaug, the order of events is you add Smaug, any damage on the previous Smaug is transferred to the new one, and then you discard the old one. So here we go. It is Smaug the Magnificent. This Smaug is discarded. When revealed, move 3 damage from Smaug the Magnificent to Lake Town. There is no damage on Smaug. Okay, we're going to quest. That was at the beginning of the quest phase before committing characters. Now we're committing characters, and we'll go ahead and ready Elrond during the action window after committing characters. And we reveal Dire Magnificence. When revealed, each player must choose and discard 1 ally he controls, if able. And we can't cancel this when revealed because East Pier does not allow us to. We wouldn't want to anyway. So we made 3 progress, meaning we cleared East Pier 1, 2, and 3. We made a progress on the quest. That goes to the victory display. All these locations are victory. They have victory points on them. So here's that travel opportunity that I sort of mentioned. We can just straight up travel here because there is no active location. And so we don't have to exhaust Glorfindel and all that stuff. All right, so we are going to not optionally engage Smaug the Magnificent. We'll refresh and move on to the next round. Okay, so things are not looking too good here because we don't have Vilya. We're just slowly drawing one card around. Not what I really want to happen. All right, we do need to chump because the Smaug that we could reveal is Smaug the Mighty, and he makes an immediate attack against you when he is added to the staging area. So let's think here. I think it definitely makes sense to put out Rider of the Mark and have a chump in play. The nice thing is that you know who the Smaug is before you commit characters. So if we put in Rider of the Mark, we don't necessarily have to chump, but we do need to put him into play. And I need the option of playing a Test of Will. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Remember, Elrond can spend his resources to pay for allies of any sphere, so he contributed a resource to pay for Rider of the Mark. And I saved a resource on Glorfindel so that he could play a Test of Will potentially. All right, so we reveal a Smaug, and hopefully it's not Smaug the Mighty. I hate him. It's not a Smaug the Magnificent. And we get to quest. And Glorfindel does not exhaust 2 quests. So we're making a good bit of willpower, but we'll see how things go. Merchant's District. We make 3 progress. 1, 2, 3. Fisherman's Dock goes to the victory display. And now during the travel opportunity, I can just travel here, which I will. And then there's a travel action. This is different than you saw the word travel on Fisherman's Dock. That is a travel effect, which is attached to the travel opportunity during the travel phase. Then you have an action window. So it's sort of like the refresh phase where you ready your cards. There's a thing, there's no action window during the travel opportunity. But here's a travel action, which I can take during this action window. Deal 2 damage per player to Lake Town to add this location to the victory display. And I'm not going to worry about that because there's a card called Great Bridge, I think, that makes you discard cards equal to the number of damage on Lake Town. I don't really want to put damage on Lake Town if I can help it. But there's obviously times where maybe you're location locked. This travel action, you can do this whether it's the active location or in staging, so it's really helpful. Okay, so our threat just raised to 30 at the end of the round during the refresh action window or during the refresh phase, and so that meant that we were underneath previously during the encounter phase. We were underneath Smaug's engagement. Okay, next round. All right, we are kind of stalling out here a little bit, aren't we? I don't really want to put in Vassal of the Windlord. Vassal of the Windlord could leave play due to a... let me show you what it looks like. There's a card in this deck that's particularly difficult. It can ruin your day. It is this one, and I think there's 3 of them. Close to the Flame, when revealed, deal 1 damage to each character in play. And so if we put out Vassal of the Windlord, I don't necessarily want to have to play a Test of Will. So I think I won't play Vassal of the Windlord. I'm just going to go on to the quest phase, and this is where we reveal a Smaug, and we're hoping it's not Smaug the Mighty, and it is. All right, so when revealed, Smaug the Mighty makes an immediate attack against each player. Deal and resolve a shadow card for each attack. So he's going to attack us from the staging area for 5, and it's really good to actually chump with 2 health allies, even though I'd rather chump with like Stoneborn Scout, because there is the shadow effect on that close to the flame does 1 damage to each character, and so that would mean undefended, and an undefended attack of 5 would destroy us. So not so bad that we're chumping with Rider of the Mark. 5 against combined health and defense of 3. Add this location to the staging area. That is the shadow, and so Rider of the Mark leaves play. And now we will commit characters and ready Elrond, and we reveal Merchant's District. All right, let's go ahead and play Elrond's Council to lower our threat by 3 and boost our willpower by 1. And so that means that our threat went up by 2. All right, so now during the travel opportunity, we will travel to Fisherman's Dock. We will exhaust Glorfindel travel. If there is one active location, exhaust a hero to travel here. So we just did that. Kind of cool. And then we can also, now that we've done our travel opportunity, we can take the travel action for both of these locations if we want. Let's definitely get rid of this one. Travel action, deal 2 damage per player to Lake Town to add this location to the victory display. So that goes to the victory display. And obviously that card's a lot. That travel action is more costly in multiplayer. Solo, it's not so bad. If I want to, I can do that as well for Merchant's District. Trying to think if I want to do that. Deal 2 damage. I think I will. Let's just do it. 2 damage on Lake Town, and then that means that Merchant's District goes to the victory display, and Fisherman's Dock is left as the active location. Refresh. Next round, we did not need to optionally engage Smaug. All right, we got Vilya. Just in time. Let's spend resources. We want to keep resources on Elrond. Let's attach Vilya to Elrond. And he gets a spirit resource icon, so that can really come in handy. And we're going to use his action as blind. This is it's so much better if we have Imladra Stargazer or Gildor Inglorian in play, but we're going to use this action, exhaust Elrond and Vilya, to reveal the top card of your deck. You can immediately play or put into play the revealed card for no cost. All right, Snowborn Scout. All right. So when, after Snowboard Scout enters play, choose a location, place 1 progress token on that location. We'll put that on Fisherman's Dock, and we'll ready Elrond. Or we have our chump, and I'm going to try to save up and maybe, excuse me, maybe play for Faramir from hand. Okay, we have to reveal a Smaug and add it to staging. We definitely don't want to put it into play engage with us, even though we would like a rest from the threat, because if it was Smaug the Mighty, we'd have an immediate attack against Snowborn Scout, and then we'd have to deal with another attack. So staging is the way to go early on. It is Smaug the Mighty. When revealed, whoops, let me shuffle my deck. I didn't mean to do that. When revealed, Smaug the Mighty makes an immediate attack against each player. And so we are going to defend that attack. And we'll just risk that it's not going to be close to the flame. So 5 attack against a combined health and defense of 2. And it's not close to the flame, so he is out of play. So you have to kind of push your luck a little bit in this quest. Okay, we will quest and reveal Old Thrush. Cool, a guarded card, and it'll be guarded by Catching Fire. When revealed, choose and shuffle 1 peer location from the victory display back into the encounter deck. If no location was shuffled into the encounter deck by this effect, Catching Fire gains surge. Let's look in our victory display. I think we have a pier location. Lake Town, Lake Town, Lake Town. Here it is, East Pier. So we're going to shuffle that back into the encounter deck, and that way it doesn't surge. That is hardly any kind of cost at all. So that means Old Thrush is not guarded. You know, the card that was assigned to it was a treachery, so it is now unguarded. And we made 3 progress. 1, 2, 3. That goes to the victory display. And now during the, let's just say during the travel action window, we can grab Old Thrush by taking this action, exhaust a hero to claim this objective and attach it to that hero when it is free of encounters. And it is. It'll be an attachment that has the text, if detached, discard the Old Thrush. Response, after attached hero exhaust to attack Smaug, discard X cards from hand to reduce Smaug's defense by X. So that can be really fun and thematic. So let's exhaust Glorfindel and attach Old Thrush to Glorfindel. It's not restricted or anything. All right, we will leave Smaug the Mighty in staging. Refresh. Our threat is now at 31, so Smaug the Magnificent is a bit of an issue. Let's look at what we have in the Smaug discard. A couple of Smaug the Magnificents, and his engagement is 30. So we're just hoping, I suppose, that the next one is not Smaug the Magnificent. Next round. Let's do a blind Vilya, and it's Bofer. And then we just need, I think, do I play Faramir from hand or do I play Erebor Hammersmith? I think think I'd rather put out Erebor Hammersmith. When he enters play from our hand, let's see, no attachment. Because I'm going to be adding a Smaug into staging, and if it is Smaug the Magnificent, he will engage us and then attack, and so I'm going to just be able to chump that way with Erebor Hammersmith. All right, definitely we don't want it to be Smaug the Magnificent. It attacks for 8. Okay, so we reveal a Smaug and replace the old one, and it's going to be Smaug the Magnificent. So we do have to deal with him in the encounter phase. Okay, we're going to quest. And we're gonna leave Bofer ready because there is a shadow that allows Smaug the Magnificent or any Smaug attack to be when the enemy attacks, it makes an immediate attack, an additional attack, and so 8 attack would kill either hero. So we have a couple of chumps here potentially. I'm not going to quest with Bofer. Okay, so we reveal Close to the Flame. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each character in play. I think I'm going to just save my Test of Will and go ahead and do that. Again, you got to push your luck a little bit, but maybe later on in the game we'll be glad. Like if we have, like after this attack, we're going to have a lot of damage on Lake Town, and if Great Bridge came out, we'd like to have a Test of Will. Now I don't have like Dwarven Tomb in my hand because the problem with a Villia deck is that as you draw, if you have cards like Dwarven Tomb and then you Villia Dwarven Tomb, it's just going to go to the bottom of your deck unless you have something in your deck that maybe you could grab, but it's just not worth it. So kind of one of those things. All right, so we made 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now Smaug engages us. And it has this really brutal effect. Excess damage from attacks by Smaug the Magnificent must be assigned to Lake Town. Okay, we are going to defend with Erebor Hammersmith. The shadow is hopefully not the extra attack one. Yes, it is. Attacking enemy gets +2. Then it makes an additional attack after this one. So that's 10 attack against a combined health and defense of 3 at this point. So that's 7 total damage that was overage, which goes on Lake Town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He leaves play. And now he makes another attack, and we defend with Bofer. And if this attack destroys a character, resolve all burn damage on locations in play. It did destroy a character, but there was no other burn locations. So that was, again, with his damage on him, he was down to 3 total. So 8. This is a 5 overage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Lake Town is damaged, and we have endured Smaug's wrath. Refresh next round. Okay, please, Villia. All right, good. Gildor and Glorian. That's a great ally to see. Now, the good thing is we know that we don't have another Smaug the Magnificent. The bad thing is we have another Smaug the Mighty, I think. Okay, so yeah, we have one more Smaug the Mighty and no more Smaug the Magnificent. I just love Smaug the Terrible. He's not so terrible. All right, what do we want to do? I want to save my resources on Elrond. I don't want to play Asphaloth yet because I would like to maybe put out Faramir. I think we need to go ahead and just put out a chump here, a Vassal of the Windlord. I don't want to chump with Gildor and Glorian at all. All right, so at the beginning of the quest phase, we're going to add a Smaug. We're hoping it's not the Mighty. We'd like a rest from Smaug attacks. It is the Mighty. All right, so he makes an immediate attack, and we will chump with Vassal of the Windlord, and we're hoping it's not the Close to the Flame. If it is, this is the kind of quest this is. You just lose. It's not. Attacking enemy gets +2. Then it makes an additional attack after this one. I'm just so angry. All right, so he makes an immediate attack. 5 attack. Can I risk? I don't want to lose Gildor and Glorian. Well, Gildor could survive this. Let's just block this. 5 against 3. We're hoping it's not a boost. Shadow. Defending character gets -2. So he left play. That sucks. All right, so now we'll quest and reveal Close to the Flame. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each character in play. We gotta cancel that with Test of Will. because we just can't let our A-Wing get so close to death. We made 3 progress, 1, 2, 3, and we're still stuck at Terror from the Mountain. Refresh. The good news is these 2 are Smaug the Terribles, so we have a little bit of a rest from these Smaug attacks. Okay, Vilya, save us. Yes, Gandalf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When he enters play, we decrease our threat by 5. I am very upset. Let's see what allies have left play. Really, the only one we miss is Gildor. I've never chumped with Gildor in this quest, so it's kind of a tough pill to swallow. All right, so we know it's going to be Smaug the Terrible. Let's just wait and save up these resources to pay for Faramir moving forward, because we need willpower starting next round, because the next stage we need to make progress to heal Lake Town. You'll see how that works. So we just have all kinds of resources here on our spirit heroes. It's just the way this goes. We're going to reveal a Smaug. Forgot about that. And it's going to be Smaug the Terrible. When revealed, resolve all burn damage from all locations in play. And let's quest. I keep exhausting Glorfindel to quest. We reveal Town Baiting. When revealed, Smaug makes an immediate attack against Lake Town. And we're not going to block that. We can with the character, but we don't want to. So this is an undefended attack from Smaug. 7 attack. Add this location to the staging area. 7 attack means 25 damage on Lake Town. And we made 6 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We cleared Terror from the Mountain. I don't anticipate, of course, if you're watching this video, I won. But at this point in time, I just really feel like it's very unlikely that I'm going to win this. But let's see how it goes. Okay, fire and water. Every vessel in the town was filled with water. Every warrior was armed. Before the roar of Smaug's terrible approach grew loud, and the lake rippled red as fire beneath the awful beating of his wings. Okay, Smaug cannot have more than 12 damage. Again, we don't really want to attack Smaug until really the end of the game. When the players quest successfully, this is why I talked about having Faramir. When we quest successfully, we can convert that progress to healing of Lake Town. So it's an optional thing, but if I made 25 progress next round, you better believe I would take all the damage from Lake Town instead of putting 25 progress on fire and water. Okay, so now during the travel phase, again, we don't have to do this travel effect because this is a condition if there is an active location. Since there's not, we can travel here. And I read that on a BGG forum from 2013. There was an email, so unless that's been updated, I didn't see anywhere else where it said that was not true. Okay, so we'll leave Smaug in staging at the end of the round. Gandalf leaves play. Next round. All right, let's Vilya something. All right, it's going to be Haldir of Lorien. And now I do want to play Faramir, I really do, but I also might need to show... No, this is Smaug the Terrible. I was going to say it could be Smaug the Mighty, but it can't be. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play Faramir. And so we're out of Elrond's really versatile resources. Okay, so we're going to reveal a Smaug. It will be Smaug the Terrible. When revealed, resolve all burn damage from all locations in play. There's just burn 1. All right, so let's quest. And we're going to go ahead and boost with Faramir. We'll exhaust Faramir to boost for 1, 2, 3, 4. And we reveal Dire Magnificence. When revealed, each player must choose and discard one ally he controls. Golly, that sucks. Deal 2 damage to Lake Town for each player. We don't want to lose Faramir. We'll just discard Haldir of Lorien. All right, so we made 8 progress, 1, 2. And now the progress, it says when the players quest successfully, any number of progress tokens that would be placed on this quest, not on the active location, may instead be discarded to remove the same amount of damage from Lake Town. So that's going to be 6 healing from Lake Town. So now we're at 20. This goes to the victory display. All right, Smaug stays in staging. Refresh. Next round. Vilya. Okay, we lowered our threat by 6. Because we're about to have a Smaug come out, it could be the Magnificent, so that's not so bad. And then we just need to save up Elrond's resources to be able to play a chump ally. But well, here we go. Let's play Arwen. And really, in this quest, she really exists to chump. not for her response. And I mean, it's just nice to have her willpower too. But at this point, we're going to probably, well, we'll see. We'll see what Smaug comes out. Okay, so at the beginning of the quest phase, we have to reveal a Smaug. The Smaug deck is empty. So with this one still in staging, we take the other 8 that have been discarded and we shuffle them back into a brand new Smaug deck. There will only be 8 because Smaug the Terrible is in play. So we reveal one, and it is Smaug the Magnificent. I'm so glad it wasn't the Mighty. We just need to kind of get some allies out and get ahead of this constant Smaug barrage. Okay, so we're going to reveal, or not reveal, we're going to quest and reveal Scorching Blast. When revealed, resolve all burn damage from all locations in play, so that doesn't do anything. We'll boost with Faramir. 1, 2, 3, 4. We made 11 progress, meaning that Lake Town is down to 9 damage. All right, refresh. We'll leave Smaug right where he is next round. Okay, some more threat reduction is good. And I'm glad that I didn't Vilya this. Let's see what we get. All right, Beorn, not bad at all. It's like Christmas Day. Okay, let's see here. And we definitely want to put out a chump here. Gleowine. I'd rather chump with Gleowine than with Erebor Hammersmith at this point. Do I have any attachments in my discard pile? I don't believe that we would with this quest. Okay, so we're going to reveal the Smaug, and if it's Smaug the Magnificent or Mighty, we don't care as much now. It is Smaug the Mighty. When revealed. Now, it's worth saying that if I had a Test of Will, I can't cancel this when revealed, because with Test of Will says cancel a treachery, a when revealed treachery revealed from the encounter deck. This is not being revealed from the encounter deck, so you can't cancel this when revealed. So he is going to attack, and we're going to chump with Gleowine, and we don't have that shadow cancellation, so I'm hoping it's not close to the flame. It's not. Shadow, resolve this card's when revealed. Resolve all burn damage, and there's not any. So Gleowine leaves play, and we're going to quest, including with Beorn, and we reveal Scorching Blast, resolve all burn damage. We're getting a little bit lucky here finally. Early on it didn't feel like it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have made 11 progress. We've completely healed Lake Town and made 2 progress on Fire and Water. Very good. Refresh next round. Vilya. Oh, okay, so Test of Will goes to the bottom of the deck. Now, I don't like seeing that at all. This is why I wish that I had Imladra Stargazer or something, because now I wish that what you really want is to draw Test of Wills into your hand. But we're going to have to just go to the bottom of, not the encounter deck, move this to the owner's deck, the bottom. Sometimes Vilya can whiff. There are duplicate Vilyas, and so, it's been a mix of unlucky strokes and some lucky ones too. Okay, we can't play Erebor Hammersmith as a chump here, so Arwen is still our designated chump. We're going to reveal a Smaug, and it's going to be Smaug the Mighty. It feels like there's 1,000 of these guys. When revealed, he attacks. Let's defend with Arwen. Deal 1 damage on Lake Town, 4 damage if this attack is undefended. Okay, 1 damage on Lake Town, and Arwen leaves play. All right, let's quest. And we'll just quest with Beorn as well. Oh my gosh, Dire Magnificence. When revealed, each player must choose and discard 1 ally he controls, if able. I do not want to discard Beorn. Sorry, Faramir. I'm going to choose Beorn over you. Okay, we made 4 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate this quest. Refresh next round. Okay, Vilya. Oh, that sucks too. Gandalf. All right, so I'm going to like him, but we can't keep raising our threat by 2 every round. I want him in my hand. I want to play him kind of as an in-game card. We have not gotten a Imladra Stargazer. I don't know. Even if I win this quest, I'm not sure I want to post this as the example of how the deck pilots, but oh well. Let's see. Let's play Erebor Hammersmith. When he enters play, let's see. Do we have any attachments? No. Okay, we're going to reveal a Smaug. Let's do an inventory. What kind of Smaugs are in our discard pile? 1 of each. So this could, and well, I guess, and also this Smaug the Mighty. If this is Smaug the Mighty, I'm going to scream. All right, it's not. It's Smile the Terrible. No burn locations. Let's quest. And Gandalf does not exhaust to commit to the quest. He's pretty cool. And we'll, I guess, quest with Beorn too, because there aren't any cards that make Smaug engage us or attack us. All right, so this one says, when faced with the option to travel, players cannot travel to other locations. We don't care. Okay, so we heal Lake Town and then make 8 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We cleared fire and water, so we advanced to the final stage, the Dragon's Wrath. Roaring, he swept back over the town. A hail of dark arrows leaped up and snapped and rattled on his scales and jewels, and their shafts fell back, kindled by his breath, burning and hissing into the lake, the Hobbit. All right, so there's this forced effect, which is really nasty. We're in quest resolution. Next round, if we're here during the staging, we would reveal an additional card. So we would like to not be here, and we don't have to be. Refresh action, reset the quest deck to stage 2B. And so we can kind of go back and forth between 2 and 3. You have to be at stage 3 to win. The players must defeat Smaug to defeat the stage, and it has, the previous stage. Remember, it says, I think, Smaug can only be damaged. There can only be 12 damage on him. So we have to get here and then fully damage Smaug. All right, so we're going to travel to South Pier, and then we will refresh. And it says here, at the end of the refresh phase, discard Gandalf from play. You may raise your threat by 2 to cancel this effect. I'm going to have to discard him. Although, maybe one more round. No, I need to keep my threat low. It wouldn't be horrible to Vilya, the core Gandalf into play and not be able to play him. Okay, so during the refresh action window, we will take this action. I'm just going to pull this card down here. We're going to reset the quest deck to stage 2B. So let's go to the quest discard and make 2B the current quest. So for a little while here, we're going to be bouncing back and forth. We'll make plenty of progress and then go back and forth each round. Okay, so at the end of the refresh phase, sorry to say I got to discard Gandalf. I can't keep raising my threat by 2. Next round. All right, so I so near yet so far away. I need to play Dunedain Watcher. This is our shadow cancellation. You can, for a response, discard Dunedain Watcher from play to cancel the shadow effect of a card just triggered. Again, I can't really use, say, Hasty Stroke, because then, there would be, it'll just be moved to the bottom of the deck. Like, let's see if that happens right here with the duplicate. Okay, we got a Dunedain Watcher. Cool. So I was wishing I had one. Now we have shadow cancellation, which helps us so much against a Close to the Flame that would come out. All right, let's reveal a Smaug and put it in staging. It's going to be Smaug the Magnificent, and we're going to quest. Even with Beorn. All right, here is Close to the Flame. Ugh. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each character in play. So Eowyn is almost dead. Couldn't cancel it. All right, we made 8 progress. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes to the victory display. Our threat is still underneath this Smaug the Magnificent. Refresh next round. Let's play Northern Tracker. That feels weird, being able to play spirit cards. Let's Vilya something. Goodness. That goes to the bottom of our deck. So no Test of Wills. This deck is just being mean, man. All right, we need to play just chumps, I think. Erebor Hammersmith. And when he enters play, there are no attachments in our discard pile. Okay, we will reveal a Smaug. I don't think that it can be Smaug the Mighty. Maybe. Okay, he's going to attack us. And we'll chump with this already injured Erebor Hammersmith. 5 attack. And there's no shadow effect. So Erebor Hammersmith leaves play. And we'll quest. Six damage or 6 progress. We reveal East Pier. When revealed, effects cannot be canceled. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's travel here. And we will not engage Smaug the Mighty. We'll refresh. next round. We just need more chumps in play before we can really deal with Smaug. Because anytime the Magnificent comes out, he's going to just transfer the quest, the damage off of him, and so it's just not really worth. Okay, here's Vilya doing nothing for us, moving it to the bottom of our deck. We're down to only 19 cards. Let's just reveal Smaug. It's going to be probably Smaug the Magnificent, knowing our luck. Nope, it's terrible. Burn damage 1. Let's quest. Shall we? And we reveal Great Bridge. Okay, so burn 2. When revealed, discard X cards from each player's deck. X is the amount of damage on Lake Town. There's just 1 damage, so it'll just be 1 discarded cards. If no cards are discarded by this effect, Great Bridge gains Surge. So we discarded a Rider of the Mark. All right, 1, 2, heal, 4. That goes to the victory display. We'll travel to Great Bridge. And we'll leave Smaug the Terrible right there. Refresh next round. And 1, 2, 3, let's play Galadrim's Greeting to lower our threat to 25. And Vilya is doing jack, moving this to the bottom of our deck. Okay. We just need to save up to play another Dunedain Watcher, I guess, or Dory or whatever. All right, we will reveal a Smaug. It is Smaug the Magnificent. Good for you, Smaug. Let's reveal Great House. When revealed, resolve all burn damage from all locations in play. That's going to be 3 and 2. That's 5. We made 3 progress. 1, 2, 3. And we didn't quite clear Great Bridge. All right, we're going to refresh. We'll leave Smaug there. Next round, Vilya. Okay, this is not so bad to have another Dunedain Watcher. And some threat reduction. I guess we'll play Dory. And we're going to reveal Smaug. We'll have to shuffle the deck, the Smaug deck, back into the new Smaug deck. There's going to be 3 Mighties and 2 Magnificents. So, not as bad as all that. Okay, so at the beginning of questing is where we are. We have to reveal a Smaug. We're going to put it in staging. It's Smaug the Terrible. Resolve all burn damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is really attacking this back on this quest. This is the hardest. Like, I might win. I've had some where it just got blown away. This is probably the most exciting quest that I've played. Okay, Northern Tracker puts a progress on Great House. And we're only going to make, well, I guess we need a quest with Beorn. We're not really making enough progress here. Reveal Fisherman's Dock. 2 progress. 1, heal. That goes to victory display. And then we'll travel to Great House. We definitely need to get that out of here. And, over 2 rounds, Northern Tracker can get rid of Fisherman's Dock. All right. Refresh. Next round. Okay, there's Imladr Stargazer. Better late than never, I guess. Okay, so let's play Imladr Stargazer. And exhaustor to look at the top 5 cards. And now we can choose what we're going to Vilya into play. And I think we'll go like this. So Vilya, draw, Vilya, draw, Vilya. Okay. So Vilya puts a Northern Tracker into play, which means we can get rid of Fisherman's Dock when we quest. We're going to hang on to Vassal of the Windlord. I guess it doesn't really matter, because if he gets damaged, we lose anyway. So let's just play Vassal of the Windlord, because Eowyn can't be healed at this point. All right, we will, both of our Test of Wills are at the very bottom of the deck, so we're just hoping we don't get a terrible when revealed. Okay, so we have a Smaug to reveal. Let's add one. It's going to be Smile the Terrible. He's going to do that burn damage thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will quest. And the Northern Trackers are going to put 2 progress on Fisherman's Dock. It goes to the victory display. We reveal Town Baiting. When revealed, Smaug makes an immediate attack against Lake Town. We're not going to block that. And so it's going to be undefended, 7 attack. Attacking enemy gets +2, then makes an additional attack after this one. So that's going to be 9 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he makes an additional attack, but it's going to be against Lake Town. Again, so if this attack destroys a character, okay, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Golly, what a quest. Or bad time we're having. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes to the victory display. Refresh next round. And we'll use LOTR Stargazer to just, once again, we need more willpower than Northern Tracker will give us. We need a chump. This is good, I think. All right, we will reveal a Smaug. It is going to be Smaug the Mighty, of course. So we're going to chump with Erebor Hammersmith. 5 attack. Deal 1 damage to Lake Town. So he leaves play. And let me think. I mean, we'll make the decision, but I don't think we're where we can really attack Smaug. Well, of course, I do have Old Thrush. I need to think about that because that can lower his defense. So we might do better than I think, but we got to make progress to advance anyway. Lesvillia, Rider of the Mark into play. And so at the beginning of... No, wait. What did I just do here? Move Smaug the Mighty from the second encounter deck to staging area. Discarded Smaug the Terrible. Dealt a shadow card. I just had forgotten to do Villia. That's what it is. That's why I'm screwed up. So actually, yeah, we'll leave Rider of the Mark there. Okay, so that was the action window after Smaug attack. Now committing characters. Let's ready Elrond. And we reveal North Pier. Smaug cannot be damaged. 9 progress means we heal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will travel to North Pier. Actually, we don't need to. It'll be better for us just to Northern Tracker this out of play. Refresh. Next round. Imladris. I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep Gandalf kind of keep him waiting in the wings so that we can Villia him in the round that we want to destroy Smaug. That's just a nice amount of attack. So let's kind of keep pushing him back. Let's Villia Northern Tracker into play. Then we'll draw Galadrim's Greeting. We have plenty of spirit resources. Then we'll Villia Vassal into play and then draw Imladris. That seems good. All right, we're going to Villia Northern Tracker. And we will put out Snowborn Scout as a chump. Let's put a progress on North Pier. And we reveal a Smaug. It is Smaug the Mighty. He's going to attack this Snowborn Scout. If this attack destroys a character, defending player discards his hand. We're going to discard Dunedain Watcher to cancel that shadow card. Response, discard Dunedain Watcher from play to cancel the shadow effects of a card just triggered. So, that's where her use lies, is in shadow cancellation. All right, we're questing. We forgot to ready Elrond. The Northern Trackers send this to the victor display. And we reveal Esgaroth Wharf. All locations are immune to player card effects, so no Northern Trackering this. And we made 8 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll travel to Esgaroth Wharf. Refresh. And 1, 2, 3, let's play Galadrim's Greeting. Here's, oh, we should have lowered our threat. Okay, so, oh, yes, finally, we're kind of getting to the bottom of our deck. We have 8 cards left, so let's look at the top 5. We're doing this with, let's see, we're using Imladris. Okay, so we want to Vilya. We want to wait to Vilya Gandalf. Next round, for sure, I want to draw a Test of Will. So let's Vilya Vassal of the Windlord into play, then draw a Test of Will, then Vilya Hinnemarth. There we go. Here is Vassal of the Windlord, Vilya into play. This is some good attack that we'll need to be able to destroy Smaug. I'm going to save up for this Dunedain Watcher still. I'm saving my resources on Elrond. We don't need this Imladris. We want cards in our hand anyway to discard to Old Thresh. So we reveal a Smaug. And it is Smaug the Mighty. How many of these guys are there? Goodness. When revealed, Smaug the Mighty makes an immediate attack. And we're going to chump with Rider the Mark. 5 attack. If this attack destroys a character, Smaug engages the next player and makes an immediate attack against that player. In solo, there is no next player. Next is not even, if you were playing in multiplayer, the next player would be the next person that's to your clockwise direction, but next does not apply, so this is not a card that scares us in solo. He just leaves play. And now we quest. We're hoping that we can make the necessary progress to get this place healed. Okay, we reveal West Pier. Each location in play gains burn 1. So 4 and 1, 2, 3. So we're making our way back to 0 is where I want to be. West Pier will travel here. Actually, we won't. Northern Tracker can just get rid of that next round. We'll leave Smaug right there. Refresh next round. There is our Test of Will, which we may need. So glad we've got it. We also have Shadow Cancellation, so we're feeling good. Okay, Vilya is a... Okay, we want to Vilya Hinnemarth into play, and then draw Test of Will, and then I guess draw. Let me see. Vilya, draw Vilya, I guess. We want to draw this into our hand. We're just pushing back. We're just going to wait as long as we can. I'm a little worried about, I could stop and do a lot of math, but I'd have to really think, okay, can I defeat? Let's do a little bit of math here. As you can see, I'm just slowly making progress. I don't have Faramir, and that kind of just screwed me up. But when it comes time to destroy Smaug, I can boost Beorn. I want to get Gandalf out. So that's going to be 12, 13, 14, 15. And then with the old Thrush, I think we're good. But I'm just kind of waiting. There's no reason not to at this point. I just got to think about chumps. So you know what? Let's play Imladris Stargazer. We need a chump. And 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and play Dunedain Watcher from our hand. We've not used Asphaloth yet this game. Okay, we reveal Smaug the Magnificent. All right. There's no damage on Smaug. Oh, wait, I forgot to do Vilya. And we reveal Catching Fire. When revealed, choose a peer location from the victory display. Shuffle it back into our deck. If it doesn't, Smaug cannot be damaged is not good. When revealed is not good. Yeah, that's a good one. We'll send that back. Okay, so that does not surge, and we made 10 progress, meaning we healed Lake Town fully. Oh, yeah, and more than that, because Northern Tracker sent this to the victory display. So we healed Lake Town and made the necessary progress to heal, or to just to complete Fire and Water. So we make it to stage 3B again. And now we will look at what's coming next round. Okay, it is close to the flame. We will refresh. And during the refresh action window, we're actually going to switch back because we don't want to reveal 2 cards. What we want to do is kind of put some progress on Fire and Water such that, like with just maybe with a questing Glorfindel, we just get past Fire and Water. And then the next round, that way we have everybody ready to just destroy Smaug. So this will be canceled with Test of Will. And next round, let's use Imladra Stargazer. I guess we will Vilya Imladra Stargazer into play. Draw this. These are only 4 cards. So here's what we're going to do. Just to give Old Thrush the maximum capacity, it'll be 1 round where we don't use Vilya. So we're about to Vilya Imladra Stargazer into play. No, we're going to draw these 3 cards. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to Vilya for a few rounds. This gives us maximum Old Thrushage. All right. Well, let me see, though. I might be screwing around too much. Quest discard. Okay, we have no more Mighties, so we don't have to worry about him attacking us for a little bit. Yeah. So, yeah, let's get a couple more cards at least. Let's just wait a couple rounds. So no Vilya here. Okay, we will reveal a Smaug. Maybe next round we quest past all this. Okay, it is Smaug the Magnificent. Oh, sorry, Smaug the Terrible. And there's no burn damage. And this is going to be canceled by Test of Will. We don't want to quest past Fire and Water. We just want to put enough progress to, next round be able to defeat this. And we could even know. Let's just see real quick. I'm going to look at the discard pile so I'll know which Smaug this is. We will know which one's coming out. That's not such a bad thing. All right, this is going to be Smaug the Magnificent. He's got a combined health and defense of 28, so he's the middle ground. His attack of 8 is going to put some damage on Lake Town, but we're not worried about that. So yeah, I think the nice thing is that we wouldn't have 2 attacks. So yeah, I think this round we're just going to make enough progress. We know what's coming just to get up to 9, and then the next round we'll win the game, I think. Okay, we will go ahead and quest. For there we go. And we reveal Close to the Flame. We'll cancel that with Test of Will. And we made 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We did not clear Fire and Water. And now let's just see what's coming next round. It is Scorching Blast. Very good. All right, so we are about to win the quest, I think. Let's go ahead and exhaust Imladra Stargazer to... okay, we just need to draw Gandalf into play. So we're going to Vilya him next round. Would there be a reason for us to... yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. We know what's coming. It is time to win this quest. I think we're going to do it next round. Okay, so we are going to Vilya Gandalf into play. We lower our threat by 5. We can't damage Smaug with Gandalf's response because this is immune to player card effects. Okay, let's ready Elrond. And we know Smaug the Magnificent. We know who this is. So let me just look. 5 threat. So I just need the quest for 6. So we're going to be able to do that with Glorfindel, who does not exhaust, and Eowyn. That's all we need. All right, we reveal Scorching... oh, wait, not true. I was thinking about the questing thing. At the beginning of the quest phase, we have to reveal a Smaug, and we're going to put it into play, engage with us for the first time. So this one leaves play. So Smaug the Magnificent is engaged with us, and there's no damage on him. So we will quest and reveal Scorching Blast. Resolve all burn damage from all locations in play. There aren't any burn damage locations. So actually, because we were engaged with him, we just quested with Glorfindel and made 3 progress. Let's save that. We'll have that 1 extra attack. Okay, so we cleared fire and water. Sorry, I wasn't thinking straight. I was, since he's engaged, that threat is not in staging. Okay, so we will make it to the final stage, and this is where it all happens. All right, so that's quest resolution, and now we're at stage 3B, and so we will never have to do this forced effect of revealing an additional card during the staging. We're not going to take this refresh action. Lake Town is fully healed, so now we're in combat. Smaug is going to attack for 8, and we're going to chump with a Imladris Stargazer. And so that's going to be an attack of 8 against defense and health of 1. Attacking enemy gets +2, then makes an additional attack after this one. We're going to cancel that with Dunedain Watcher. So that is going to be 8 versus 2. That's 6 damage on Lake Town. Now, we get to attack back. So let's do some fun math. Okay, so Beorn, we're going to use his action. Beorn gets +5 attack until the end of the phase. And so his attack is now going to be 8. We will use Old Thrush action, exhaust a hero to claim, the response. After attached hero, exhaust to attack Smaug, discard X cards from hand to reduce Smaug's defense by X. And so we're going to just discard X cards. Okay, so we're going to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So his defense is reduced by 7 whenever Glorfindel attacks, because we use the response. After attached hero exhaust, which he's about to, we're just doing the math, discard X cards, which was 7, to reduce Smaug's defense by X. So yeah, his defense is 1. So we just need to make 21 damage, so we are fine. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 is 14, 15, 17, 18, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31, and 34. So 34 minus 1 is 33 damage on Smaug, which means he's destroyed. And it says players must defeat Smaug to defeat the stage. When Smaug is defeated, compare the number of damage tokens on Lake Town with the number of victory points in the victory display. If the players have more victory points, they have won the game. So we compare the number of damage tokens on Lake Town at 6 against the number of victory points in the victory display. So we have to have more than 6 victory points, which we do. 1, 2, there's 6 just right there. So we won the quest. And I probably could have done it sooner. The way this deck works is, you're going to win at some point, and I just don't mess around. I don't want to deal with Smaug and then not completely defeat him. So it might have been, so I usually wait until I'm ready. I don't wait until my deck is empty like this usually. Usually I have Faramir and just more attack. So, and I can put out the Overhill and Underhill Gandalf usually at the end and have his questing and his attack. This was a tough one, so can't believe we made it through that. That was really, really tight in some spots, really dramatic. So, I like that. I like this quest. I like the way it plays and that feeling of excitement when things work out. That is it. We have won and defeated Smaug. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you will continue as we record. The next recording will be the first quest in the Heirs of Numenor Deluxe expansion. I can't talk for some reason. That is my favorite cycle in the game. I love Against the Shadow, so looking forward to that. And so we'll get to that next time. Hope you will join me then. Have a great day. Bye.